Hello, today's video we're going to be looking at the NASDAQ NDX Daily Key Levels Indicator from Day Trading GPS. Okay, so on the chart we have the NASDAQ NDX Index. So this is the main index for the NASDAQ Index that opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern New York time each trading day. Okay, so the way this indicator works is that at the 9:30 open each day on your TradingView chart, it will display the NDX bull bear key price level as well as resistance levels above and support levels below. The indicator will display up to 6 support levels and 6 resistance levels along with the bull bear key price level. The bull bear key price level is what the indicator has analyzed as the important bull bear pivot for this session. So it would be bearish below and bullish above. Your R levels and S levels are take profit levels from trades taken from the bull bear key price level. The indicator also allows you to display midpoint levels. In this case, we only have the midpoint levels turned on for the one above the bull bear key price level and the one below the bull bear key price level. You can also turn on midpoint levels between each of the other levels if you so desire. Also, you can display as many of the main levels as you wish. You can display all 6, or you can select to choose which particular levels that you would like to display. So if you only want to display, say, R2 down to S2, you could do that and enlarge your chart and take a more granular view. Or if you want to zoom out on the chart, you can look at all 6 levels, or in the case of what we have here, we have R3 down to S5. Okay, so we have the 9:30 opening candle here. In this case, on this particular session, we have bearish momentum to begin the session. So we have a cross below the bull bear key price level, and also the candle closes below the bull bear key price level. And that is telling us a bearish momentum, at least to start the session. So at this point, the signal is given us is bearish here. The trigger level is the bull bear key price level. So then we would look at a put option that is closest to the bull bear key price level. In this case, that would be 23,350 put. One thing to keep in mind with NASDAQ NDX options is that they are a lot less liquid than their counterparts in the S&P 500 XPX index. So on XPX, which you may have seen our other videos here on our XPX daily key levels video, generally on a put or call option signal from the bull bear key price level, we are entering into the strike closest to that bull bear key price level on XPX. However, on NDX, you have to be concerned about liquidity because the liquidity is a lot less. So in this case, when we looked at the options chain, the 23,350 put option did not have very good liquidity. So our choice is either to skip the trade or to look at a different strike. So in this case, we looked at the 23,300 put that had some significant liquidity. So we felt comfortable going ahead with that since it's still generally in the zone up here. And you got to remember that NASDAQ is a very volatile index. It's a lot more volatile than the XPX because it trades at a price that is about 3.5 times what the XPX is. So it generally is going to have a lot more volatility, and thus the options are going to be a lot more expensive than their XPX counterparts at the money options. Okay, so we have the 9:30 candle cross below, close below the BBKPL. buy the NDX 23,300 put for higher liquidity. The buy price on that put at the close of this 2-minute candle, $62.70. So that would be a cost of $6,270 per option. So generally on NASDAQ NDX options, because they're so expensive, there's generally less opportunity to do multiple contracts like there would be with the XPX, but everyone's account size is different and everyone's risk profile is different. But for purposes of this video, we'll just be talking about trading in one contract. The standard stop loss on a put triggered from the bull bear key price level is the first midpoint level above the bull bear key price level, which we've abbreviated as BBKPL. So that level is the first midpoint level, which is here, mid BBKPL R1, 23,373.79. So if NASDAQ NDX had reversed and gone up and touched this level, you would be stopped out of this trade. If your risk profile is the type that you prefer tighter stop losses, and using this indicator, a tight stop loss on this type of entry would be the first quarter level above the bull bear key price level, whereas the standard stop loss would be the first midpoint level. Now we will be coming out with an update on both this indicator, the NDX indicator, and the XPX indicator, which will automatically also display, if you want to enable them, the quarter levels that you can be using for tight stop losses. However, until that comes out, the way that you simply figure that out is take this figure here, the BBKPL, and the midpoint level, add them together, divide by 2, and that is the first quarter level above. And that would be, in this case, 23,359.19. In this case, neither one of those stop losses would have been hit. Generally speaking, it is better to use the standard stop loss, but everyone's risk profile is different, so that's why it's good to look at both of them and make an informed decision about which one that you feel is best for you and your trading account and the particular risk on the particular trade that you're looking at. Okay, as you can see here, the bearish momentum continued. We had this waterfall move down, and on the 9:44 a.m. candle, NASDAQ NDX hits the S2 level here, which we have as 23,227.80. The 23,300 put, which we bought at 62.70, is now 98.35. That gives you a profit at this point of $3,565. Generally, with this indicator on XPX daily key levels indicator, we generally look at a 2-level move as the trigger for a full exit of the positions. However, the NDX is a lot more volatile, so NDX you may want to look at a minimum move of, say, mid S2, S3, S3, mid S3, S4, or S4, because comparatively speaking, the moves are going to be larger, the same magnitude as an XPX move. Okay, so at 9:52 a.m., 22 minutes after the open, and roughly 20 minutes after buying this put here, NASDAQ NDX hits the S3 level here of 23,111.02. The 23,300 put is now 183.86. At this point, the profit on the option is $12,116, which you simply get by taking this price here and subtracting this price. As you can see, after a short sideways move here, we had this explosive move down in this candle here, and then we went down and touched but bounced off of the S4 level here. After trying to rally here, the sell-off continued, and at 10:42 a.m. the NASDAQ NDX hits the S4 level of 22,994.26. 23. At this point at 10:42, the 23,300 put is now $309.63. That would give you a profit of $24,693 per put option. So in this case, we're talking about just trading one. However, if you did trade more than one, you can simply see by multiplying each one of these here by the number of put options that you had. Now, this indicator too can be used for entries apart from the bull bear key price level. This is normally at the start of the session. You're either going to get a bullish entry if the momentum is above it, or a bearish entry if the momentum is below it. However, later in the session, after you're out of your initial trade and you want to look at taking other trades, you can also look at taking entries off of these levels, because they're all important levels, depending on what the price action is doing at those levels. So here, after this fierce sell-off, we're seeing finally the bounce off of S4 here. So if you, whether you got out here, here, or here on this earlier trade, then you could look at taking a call option here. When you're getting into call options here and later in the day, you might want to consider taking strikes that are at the level above if you're taking, in this case, a long position. So here, that would be the 23,000 call. Excuse me, the 23,100 call. However, as you can see here, the move continued all the way up to just short of the S2 level here before pulling back, and then here we have a touch of the S2 level here. So here you have a two-level move up from this level. So in summary, the levels, even though they're treated as take profit levels to begin with in the session, off of entries, whether bearish entries or bullish entries from the bull bear key price level signal. Later on in the session, you can treat these levels also as entry points, and you can look at either looking at one level profit move, 1.5, if you have the midpoint levels turned on, or a two level move, or a 2.5 or 3 level move. As you can see here at the end of the session, it did hit S1 here. So this would be a full 3 level move. So we had a full 4 level move to begin with in the bearish direction, and then we had a full 3 level move to end the session, starting around the 11:15 time here. This candle here, these are 2-minute candles, so this is approximately in the last 5 minutes of the session here. As you can see, it went up, touched exactly this level here, and then faded off it. Again, here you can see it almost reached this level before fading off of it. Here it went up to it again, went slightly above it, and then went back down below it. Okay, so if you're interested in purchasing this indicator, you can send us an email at daytradinggps@gmail.com, and we will send you a discount promo code that you can use towards the purchase of a lifetime access plan for this indicator. If you look in the description of this video, you'll see a link that you would go to on wap.com in order to purchase the indicator. But again, as a thank you for watching this video, if you want to send us a email at daytradinggps@gmail.com, we can send you a discount promo code to use to purchase this indicator. If you're interested in also purchasing the XPX daily key levels indicator, which we have many videos on this channel, you can also request a promo code for that indicator as well. Or you can also consider our daily key level suite, which includes all 5 of our daily key levels indicators. One is for stocks and ETFs, one is for Forex and crypto, one is for futures and CFDs, one is for the NASDAQ NDX Index, which we went over in this video, and the other is for the XPX Index. If you have an interest in buying the suite, you can also send us an email requesting a promo code for the suite. So we thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please like and subscribe, and we wish you prosperity in your future trading endeavors. Thank you.